Dale Inman here by himself today. Richard Petty's off somewhere on a motorcycle ride. His annual thing for PettyCharityRide for our VictoryJunction. Great event. Hope he's having a good time and a safe time. Tuesday, they ran over on a Monday, and I know there was a lot of stressful drivers, crew chief, engineers, everybody concerned. And but just to bring a little bit of the history up that I really know about Dover was it opened July the 6th, 1969, the way I remember. We ran Daytona Beach July the 4th on a Friday, run Dover on a Sunday. The stressful thing was trying to get there back in the day, but we made it, and it was stressful that day because they was also having tire problem. But back then, it wasn't shredding tires. It was getting tires so hot that they blistered, and Richard wound up having less trouble than the other two good cars that was there, and wound up winning the race. So that's the way I remember that. But getting back to yesterday's race, it was less problem with the tire than what I thought it would be after I seen what little they had Saturday. The Xfinity race went off pretty good, but and I'm sure a lot of people argue with me on this because, television, I was here in Level Cross watching it on my television set instead of being at the racetrack. I'm planning on being in Kansas Sunday. That's looking forward to that trip. But I'm sure some crew chiefs and engineer would disagree with me because I'm sure there was tire problem that didn't show up on television. But Lord have mercy, if you look at it, Saturday it was going to be a completely disaster, but they got through with it, laid some rubber down, and it was more like an old school racing. And if without the stages, which they have now, they would have probably been only 3 or 4 cars on the lead lap at the end. But that's as it was. There was 12, and of course Toyota came out on top, and our 42 car didn't last very long. I'm sure they didn't find out anything. The 43 car stayed out there all day and ran, I guess, a 16th finish. And I'm sure they would have been a lot better than that, but it was better than some and not good as others. But it puts them a little bit behind getting ready to go to Kansas, but they'll be hard at work today. And I don't know, but getting back to Dover, a little bit of the history of the place. It was built around a horse track sucky cart race, and I remember, I'm getting back to history again. We were parked up there, and I had our trucks all parked, and they had a motorcycle race on Saturday afternoon or Saturday night there. And they knocked out windshields in our trucks, and dust was all over the place. So I guess every time you go to Dover, you look for some kind of event, and it didn't fool them yesterday. And what a day. But they did have a race, and they had a winner, and we'll get on to the next race.